Ladies and gentlemen, I want you to imagine this. You're sitting in Lake Como, Italy. You've got a coffee that you're sipping. You've got your computer open to do work. You've got your friends or your partner beside you. It's a nice summer's day with a cool breeze. Now for me, that sounds like bliss. That could sound like a perfect day for 2025. But the question is, what is your perfect 2025? And in this video, I'm going to show how you can make 2025 your best year yet, using a step-by-step game plan that I implemented in 2024 with slight alterations to make 2025 even better. Because 2024 was undoubtedly my best year yet. For my YouTube channel alone, I got over 1 million views and got over 17,000 subscribers, and we're still only in November. And this is just one of my income streams. And that was because I had a clear game plan of what to do last year, and now I know exactly what to do to go into next year as well. And it all starts, without being corny, without being cliche, with dreaming and believing you can do it. Now don't worry, this video is actually going to give tangible steps you can start implementing from today. But the first step is you have to visualize and believe you can do it. If you don't think that 2025 will be your best year yet, then you might as well click off this video. I make videos for people that genuinely want to change their lives for the better and improve, at least from a financial standpoint, their ability to make money online. Now, what you need to believe is you are going to do it. You need to visualize and think, what is my perfect 2025? What do I want from it? Where do I want to be? What type of business do I want to have? It doesn't have to be pinpoint, but have a rough idea of what you want and visualize that you can do it. That's the first step. Once you've got that in place, it's time to start implementing goals. And the very simple way I start implementing goals is by splitting it into threes. Now, a lot of people, when it comes to the new year, they come up with maybe one massive New Year's resolution, or they come up with loads of New Year's resolutions. People are doing too much. For me, I stick down to three main principles. Number one, health and fitness. Number two, income and career. Number three, relationships. And an optional bonus one, which I do, is faith and religion. Those are the four key concepts I focus on each and every year and try and make sure I knock down at least one main target from each of these different pillars, basically. So let's start with each of them. Relationships and fitness. So these are example goals, right? 200 grams of protein per day. Only have sugar twice a week. External sugars, sugary drinks, sugary snacks, desserts, that sort of thing. Gym at least 4 times a week. No junk food. Goals that you can start implementing for your health and fitness. You can potentially add stuff like go on a run if potentially gym isn't your thing. Go for a 5k and run every week. Something along those lines. Now let's move on to money, right? So work 2 hours daily on my business. Invest 25% of all profits. 2 hours of reading it each and every day. And every month learning a new skill. These are example goals that you can start implementing from today. And then finally, the relationship one, attend at least one networking event per month. Make sure to call the mum and dad at least twice a week. And you can go on dates with your partner if you've got one, or potentially if you're looking for one. Now, what do you notice about these goals? These are not my personal goals, but they're example goals that I've written down. And I've written them down for a specific reason. And that is because they focus on you. I.e., they focus on the inputs, not the outputs. Let me show you exactly what I mean, right? And this is so important. A lot of people, when they make goals, and a lot of people will probably be thinking this when you make your goals, make $10,000 a month online in 2025. That is not something you can control. You can't out of nowhere snap your fingers and make that sort of money. It's not possible. What you can control is your input, what you put in, right? So every single one of these goals, I have control over. 200 grams of protein. I can control what I consume, whether I consume protein-rich foods or not protein-rich foods. What can't I control? To gain 5 kg of muscle by the end of the year. I can't control that. I can't. I can control what I consume. I can't control what comes because of that. Same with the gym. A lot of people say, bench 150 kilograms on the bench press. I mean, to an extent you can control that, yes. But that's your strength, right? Like, it either goes up or it goes down. There's not much you can do about that. What you can control is how many times you go gym per week and the effort you put into the gym per week. If you say, I want to go gym at least 4 times a week and put in maximum effort where I'm sweating by the end of it, then yes, then you've got a very high chance of reaching that goal. But that's the more tangible outcome, right? Now let's move on to the financial ones. This is so important. You need to treat your days like mini victories each particular day, right? So day one, have I done 2 hours on my business? When I get my money at the end of the month, are the profits, am I investing 25% of it into a fund, into property investment, whatever it is, right? Am I making sure to read at least 2 hours every single week? Am I trying to learn a new skill every single month? You can tangibly see progress in this. And I absolutely promise you, if you are doing all these things I mentioned, and of course you can make your own goals as well, completely up to you. But if you are doing everything that you write down as your goals, and they are tangible goals that you can start implementing, you will improve. I absolutely promise you that. And the more you improve, the money will come because of it. Don't be chasing the money, be chasing the skill set and the discipline. Far more important. And then the same with the final one, right? Every single one of those things you can control. It's up to you to go out there and do it. It's not outputs that come at the end, it's inputs that you can decide over. So this is all super important. When you write your goals down, make sure they are inputs that you can directly control. Don't rely on the results. And the most important part as well of these goals, right, is your goals show your ambition. Now, I encourage every single one of you to come up with your own goals. That's completely up to you. It's a personal decision. How ambitious your goals are is a direct kind of correlation as to how ambitious you yourself are, right? So if you look at yourself and you say, my goal is I want to work my business 20 minutes a day, versus someone else saying I want to work my business 6 hours a day, right? There's a clear change in ambition there. Now, of course, don't write a ridiculously high number that you can't stick to. There's absolutely no point. You've got to be disciplined with this. Write a number that you know you can stick to, but still shows ambition. I learned something very important, right? And it said, the price you set yourself at and the goals you give yourself dictate how you view yourself. And this is super, super important, right? Now, do you view yourself as a Lamborghini or as a little dinger, a Lada, right? What do you view yourself as? Be completely honest. If you view yourself as a Lamborghini, why are you giving yourself these unambitious goals? Why? Be honest. If you view yourself as a Ferrari, as a Lamborghini type of person, give yourself the ambitious goals. Why not? Yes, people might be thinking, oh, that's a bit tough. That's far-fetched. That's impossible. Let them think that. I mean, before Lamborghini was around, before Ferrari, Koenigsegg, all these cars, right, Bugattis, who would have thought a car could hit 250 miles per hour, 300 miles per hour? Who would have thought? But if you view yourself as a top tier person, then why not have the most ambitious goals? Because the most ambitious goals, if you meet them, will give you the best rewards at the end of it. So be honest with yourself. Set goals that align with your ambition. If you're not ambitious, don't set ambitious goals. If you are ambitious, set ambitious goals and make sure you meet them. Make it so that you don't have junk food at all the whole year next year. Make it so you're hitting the gym 6 times a week potentially. Make it so that you're reading 5 hours per week, right? Something along those lines. Your goals dictate your ambition. So make sure they align with it. And next, this concept I'm about to tell you will change a lot of people's perspective. And to be honest, right, a lot of people will be annoyed they've heard this. A lot of people will be very happy they've heard this. How much is 1 hour of your time worth? You need to dictate this. And this is one of the most important concepts you can start implementing in 2025. And it's what I started implementing in 2024, right? Because time is finite. Money can go up, money can go down. Your time, that is it. It's an egg glass or sand timer. When the sand depletes, it's never coming back again. You don't get younger. And there's 24 hours in that day. If you're doing sleep right, that's 8 hours gone to sleep. You've now got 16 hours to spend. Clock's ticking. 1 hour of your time, how much is it worth? Now, unfortunately, when you have a job, and it's one of the reasons why I so badly wanted to avoid working for someone else, when you have a job, your employer dictates your value. They tell you you're worth £14 an hour for making cakes, whatever it is, right? You've been told you're worth £14 an hour. Now for me, right, if I'm getting paid £14 an hour, and let's say I'm working 10 hours a day, which is a lot of time, a lot of people just work 9 to 5, £140 a day is my worth, basically, of work. Now if you extrapolate that over the year, how much is that? £140 a day over 365 days. Let's say you work the whole year without breaks. You're making what, 40, 50 grand a year? I mean, a Lamborghini is 3 times, 4 times that amount. So you're working 4 years non-stop without taxes, without any other expenses just to get a Lamborghini. Now I say this because the goal is to make your amount that you think you value yourself 1 hour of time at as your own person to be able to decide that. Now that made no sense. So let me rephrase it, right? When you work for someone, your employer dictates how much an hour of your time is. Your goal is either to make that employer get as close to how much you value your own time as, or to work for yourself and reach that amount. Because most people sitting there must be thinking, yeah, an hour of my time is worth more than £15. Maybe it's worth like £70, £80, £400. How much is an hour of your time honestly worth? If you were to sit there and give someone an hour of your time and they give you nothing back, you just give an hour of your time, how much would you want them to spend? Be brutally honest. Then what you'll start realizing is a lot of stuff you are doing is a waste of time. Waste of time. Like I said already, right? Money comes and goes, but time you cannot get back. So a lot of what you'll notice is a lot of richer people actually don't mind spending loads of money to quicken the process. They will spend double the amount to half the time. Honestly, because they realize time's the most important asset you've got. So I'm not saying blow all your money. Absolutely not. I'm not saying that. But understand how much is 1 hour of your time worth, and start being really careful about what activities you do. Don't be wasting your time on stuff that is taking away from your effort and your purpose and your value. Now, of course, certain things, video games, Netflix, etc. I'm not saying you have to cut that out. I'm not like all these other gurus that say that, right? If you genuinely enjoy doing that, if you use it as time off, to spend time with your friends, to talk to people, etc., to relax, absolutely go for it. But that will be time spent enjoyment. And if that's worth it for you, that's worth it for you. If it's not, cut it out. Super simple concept. Ask yourself, how much is 1 hour of your time worth, and audit your life. What are you doing that matches that? What are you doing that isn't matching that? And now we've got the 2025 game plan, the official step-by-step process that you can start implementing, to be honest, from today. But I promise, if you start implementing this and actually do it step by step, you will make a lot of money in 2025. Number 1, learn a high income skill if you haven't learned one already. People are saying, what's the best high income skill to learn? Any of them. I'm not here to say TikTok or YouTube or dropshipping or copywriting, any of them. They all can make you rich, right? Learn one. I would suggest learn one that you have an interest in and that you have some sort of skill set for. That's what I would say. And it doesn't hurt to do one in a growing field like AI, for example. But learn a high income skill. If you don't know what a high income skill is, there's plenty of them on Google. You can search up what's a high income skill, coding, etc. is one of them. Practice that high income skill. You can do that for free or paid. You can go to people and say, I'm doing it for absolutely free. Why am I doing it for free? Because I just want to practice my skills. That's it. I don't charge a penny. Then once you practice, you've got some testimonials in return, etc. You feel confident in your skill set. Then you need to start monetizing that. That means charging people for your skills, or potentially teaching people how to do it as well. That's another way of earning money, right? Don't have to just do it for other people. You can teach others how to do that same skill. Then, super important point. A lot of people neglect this. Use that skill to reach out and build a network. Unfortunately, it's very hard to build a network when you are worth nothing. In 2022, 2023, my network was rubbish. In 2024, it's not amazing, but it's better. Why? Because I've got more of a skill set. I've got more to offer other people, right? Let's be brutally honest. A lot of people come out entitled. They try and meet all these really rich and successful people when they've got nothing to offer. Now, unless it's a charity, that person's being really generous and wanting to give out their time, which to some extent people are. People want to meet people that can help them, that inspire them themselves, right? So if you've got a skill, you are actually worthwhile, people will want to reach out to you, and when you reach out to people, they want to talk back to you and they'll want to meet up with you, etc. Then you start to build a network. You should build up a network of people that are in the same skill set as you, doing the same business as you, and outside as well, because you'll never know when you need them, because that progresses into skill number 5 of the game plan, right? Use others and yourself to leverage their skills and build a business. Let me explain. I've been learning copywriting, let's say, right? I started on step 1, I learned copywriting, I've been practicing it, I've been rewriting some newsletters, rewriting some marketing campaigns, getting some testimonials from people I've worked for free. I've now started to monetize that. I've got a client list, I've built myself up. Okay, I've got some clients. Now I can reach out to other copywriters, other people in my field, and look, I'm a good copywriter, here are my testimonials, etc. With your network, you've now found someone that's a good video editor. You've now found someone also that's a good thumbnail designer. You found also someone that's a good marketer. He does, I don't know, really good videography for marketing campaigns. Okay, now there's 4 people here that want to start a business. You've got a video editor, you've got a thumbnail designer, you've got a copywriter, and you've got a marketing person. What do you do? Hang on a minute, we can do YouTube automation. I'll do the copywriting, aka the script writing. My friend here will do the video editing. He'll do the thumbnail design, and the final guy will be the marketing guy that gets the videos out there, post-production, etc. You've got a business there with 4 people that all have a different skill set because you brought something to the table. Now, if you didn't have the copywriting skill, those lot won't need you. And fair if they don't include you then, because they don't need you. The point is you need to have a skill set to offer people. And that's super important. Then once you've done 1 through 5 and you feel like, okay, I've exhausted that, I'm making decent money, I want to go on to that next stage, what do you do next? Learn more high income skills. Learn more high income skills. Don't just be satisfied at one. Become as good as you can in one skill, but always try and branch out. Those people that have been around the channel before may know that the first thing I ever did to make money online was grow faceless TikTok pages. Started that in 2022 when I was still a teenager. That's what I was doing. Purely growing faceless TikTok pages, theme pages as a lot of people know it, growing them on motivation, sports, etc. right? Then I got to around 2023, end of 2023, starting 2024, I thought, you know what? I want to branch out. I don't want to just do TikTok theme pages my whole life, right? Can I grow bigger than that? Let's try YouTube. I can use my skill set I've got to start teaching people how to do the same thing on YouTube. Let me start venturing into AI, into potentially growth operating, etc. Building up different skill sets to build myself up as a person and build the skill set themselves. And then finally, diversify. Not only just diversifying your skill set, diversifying your assets and investing wisely, because no business lasts forever, right? You might be the best copywriter today. Tomorrow, someone else will take your spot. So make sure you diversify, have different businesses, etc. and invest your money wisely so it can last you a long, long time. That is a game plan to start implementing for 2025. In fact, you can start implementing it today. Make sure you do check out my completely free mailing list, linked in the description and in the pinned comment. I've now got someone that will be writing these emails with my guidance, helping me write them perfectly. So you'll be getting emails from me exactly how to grow your wealth in 2025 through a variety of methods. It is completely free and you can unsubscribe at any time. And not just that, make sure you subscribe down below and importantly, hit the bell notification button because that will keep you up to date with all the videos on my channel. Comment down below your thoughts and check out the video right beside me as it breaks down 11 of the best books I've read that helped me on my path to reaching $10,000 a month online. I'll see you right there.